initially I used to be a very confident, very inquisitive young girl, but at some point I experienced rejection from my stepdad, and that killed my confidence. It made me question a lot if I'm worthy, if I'm okay, if I'm lovable, because that's like the second rejection I'd had. My dad himself, my biological dad, I don't know him, but he's not in my life, so clearly he rejected me. And then there's this other person who's come into my life, and he's supposed to be my dad, but he still also maybe didn't see me worthy of being his daughter. And that affected my confidence. I questioned myself all throughout my life until my 20s is when I would say I regained my confidence. I started believing in myself. I started, even as a child, I was so scared of starting new things, or I was just in my shell. Even when you take me to a new school, it was hard for me to make friends because I didn't want to get out of my shell. I was just in my shell. And until my 20s is when I realized, you know what? Um, I am worthy of being loved. I can do great things. And no one told me. I just realized it myself from seeing the things that I had been able to accomplish, even, with me being in my shell and me being fearful and all that stuff. Edward, can you share a time you felt completely out of your depth but pushed through?
Wow, I'm feeling out of my depth here. No, I think when you try new things constantly,
Yeah.
you'll often find yourself out of your depth. One instance I remember vividly is when we were starting our first startup. It was a mobile app company. It's called Turn Download. Um, I'd never worked in tech before. I didn't know anything about programming. I didn't know anything about databases. I didn't know anything about starting companies because I was still in school and I was studying law at the time. So I really had no idea what I was doing, but I had the determination to see the project through. I had the confidence, that the willingness to learn what I didn't know. And yeah, that saw me go from being low in confidence and not trusting myself, learning the process. And now every other project I approach, I still carry it with me.